Americans, known for their many inventions, their massive cultural influence over the world, their iconic landmarks, their massive military strength, and their size. No, I'm not talking about you guys' landmass or population, which by the way aren't even that big. Now, I'm talking about the country's massive obesity problem.
So much is happening so fast. I can barely focus enough to get us food at breakfast. Dorime, interrimo ad appare dorime. Dorime, interrimo. If I wasn't involved, Rats, you and me both, man. Also, it's just going so fucking
Aside
fast.
from their gun
And
laws,
there's so
their
much
use of weird
reading.
metrics for no reason, and their lack of universal health care, Americans being fat is one of the main things the rest of the world makes fun of them for. And this topic is actually such a sensitive subject that in the past, American politicians have had their entire reputations ruined by fat jokes. But how bad is America's obesity epidemic really? Is it just a silly stereotype, or 73% of Americans are overweight, 42% of American adults are obese, but the heaviest guy ever in the world's entire history was American? And that's right, guys, I'm gonna do the same thing that all the overly serious geography channels with 4K stock footage backgrounds and boringly normal political takes do, and compare America to Europe. Compared to America's 42% obesity rate, Europe clocks in at only 17%, and that 70% is literally all Turkey's fault, okay? I'm not even joking. If you remove the UK and Turkey from that statistic, Europe would have like minus obesity percentage, okay? And if you want to take the America pilled side on this, you could argue that compared to European food, American food just tastes better, and therefore they eat more of it because it tastes nicer. Simple. That's kind of true in a way, but also completely not true in a way. For example, as much as I love a proper British meal, I'm not exactly going to be frantically binge eating beans on toast, you know? Also, take this Neapolitan pizza, right? Most people would agree it's really, really tasty, but it's not something you'd really get chemically addicted to and keep manically stuffing more and more of them down your throat, even if you're full. It's literally just bread, cheese, tomato, and basil. It's not.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is like a hot take from my side, but like Italian pizza, at least the ones that I've had, are just never really that good. I've never once in my life craved Italian pizza. If I see that a restaurant or like a pizzeria it's like an Italian pizzeria, I just gotta keep walking. It just does nothing for me. But yeah, that is actually my taste. Like, I am not my take. I mean, I am genuinely not doing Italian pizza. But then again, you know, we have like Turkish. Ironically, we call them Turkish pizza, which are great. Soda is awesome. I freaking love soda, man. Which is also a problem. Like, that's part of the reasons why I'm gaining weight. And then also like monsters. I work out like a ton, and I'm able to like keep like at just maintenance, so I'm not going up or down, not really. But that's because I love the unhealthy stuff. That's a problem. And you once had a 5-cheese pizza, Italian style. That was really good. Actually, I think maybe I should give Italian pizzas another try, at least the, you know, multi-cheese ones, because at the supermarket I used to go to in Denmark, there were like these 4-cheese pizzas, like with 4 different kinds of cheese, and those were actually really good. Not gonna lie. Those were really good. So maybe I just need to go try that. It's just, you know, I love like the classic American sort of just cheese and pepperoni pizza. Like that just, it does something for me. It really slaps. Then when I try an Italian pizza and it has like prosciutto or some kind of, you know, ham or cured ham or whatever, it just doesn't hit the same as pepperoni, you know. It just doesn't, it's just not the same. The pizza had goat cheese. I was hesitant, but they were right. It was a good addition. I'm going to have to give it a try. There are quite a few pizzerias here in Japan, but most of them are Italian style, or like American chains like Pizza Hut or Domino's. But pizzas in Japan are tiny. like I ordered a small pizza the other day, and they're also very expensive, which is very different. Everything else in Japan is cheap. Pizza's super expensive. But basically, like a small pizza is like the size of my hand. A large pizza is like what I would call a normal size pizza in Denmark. That's a large. It's really weird. It's very different. Let's put it that way.
Not like that good. American food, on the other hand, is like the most addictive, moreish drug ever. America has the second highest salt consumption per capita in the world, second only to their best mates, China. The USA also has the highest processed sugar consumption in.
What happened with that, by the way? You know, China used to have this image of being like primarily a lot of, you know, like poor farmers in the countryside and whatnot. And then after gaining, you know, becoming a massive economic superpower, they just started going absolutely crazy. And they're like, you know, their weight and BMI and everything just skyrocketed in absolutely no time at all. How did that happen? I genuinely don't know. I'm actually fairly curious now.
In the world, and this stuff literally makes your brain release dopamine, which is the same type of high you get off. So basically, American food is just weak ass crap, and for that reason, it's a lot tastier for your dopamine starved crackhead brain than boring regulated European food. I mean, just wait till the Yanks find out about the UK's sugar tax. I'll get back to that in a second. I just got a quick question for you. Have you ever used public networks and felt completely unsafe and unprotected? Data breaches and malware infections could just be one click away. Do you really want to risk your important data? Of course you don't. With CyberGhost VPN, you do not have to worry anymore. Once you turn it on via the app, CyberGhost transmits your data through a secure encrypted tunnel, giving you a very high level of online anonymity and military-grade security. You will not lose any speed or responsiveness. You'll be able to access a ton of blocked online libraries from over 40 streaming services: Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, many more. Change your online location in just 3 clicks and get 40% more content from the libraries you currently have. Use one subscription to protect and enjoy online freedom on up to 7 devices, so it's the perfect choice to protect your family. Also, CyberGhost VPN is compatible with most operating systems, including Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android, smart TVs, and even gaming consoles. They got more than 38 million users, an excellent rating on Trustpilot, and a price of just $2.03 per month, plus 4 months free. So act quickly. Click the link in the description to get a special discount CyberGhost VPN is granting to the Geopod community. It's a 45-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 customer support, so everything is risk-free. Anyway, whilst I know taxing sugar does seem like an extreme measure, the results don't lie, you know. The main reason why loads of European countries have taxes to make sugary products more expensive is so that these unhealthy foods don't become the most affordable option for.
Sorry, can we just go back? So I'm guessing since he was like calling out Turkey before, maybe I guess this is Turkey, like the very obese one in Europe. I really should be better at geography. I haven't really read up on it for a long time. But that's just based on what he said before. Maybe?
More expensive is so that these unhealthy foods don't become the most.
I'm going back again. As you can see, the richer states are less fat. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? In America, I've heard they have like this healthy food supermarket. What's the name? Is it Walgreens? Is that the right name? No, I don't think. It has like health in the name or something. But it's like really expensive. But then, yeah, it's like all healthy foods. Probably not Walgreens now. I don't remember. There was a bag of bread for $10. I just love $10. Holy frick. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Most affordable option for poor people. As you can see on this map of America, these states in the deep south are the poorest in the country. These same states are also the most obese in the country. This is because the cheapest food in America is also the unhealthiest, most addictive shit possible. Also, on average in America, the lower paying your job is, the more hours you work, meaning the poorer workers don't have time to cook proper meals, hence fast food. I mean, it's all good being a progressive West Coast hipster food influencer telling everyone they need to start eating Greek yogurt, fresh fruit, and granola every morning if they want to lose weight. But if all you can afford is Frosted Flakes, you're gonna have to get that, especially if you're chemically wired to only be able to wake up if you get your morning head rush of endorphin exploding sucrose. And then you factor in that this shit is actually marketed as healthy in the USA, and it's actually so over for any Americans that want to lose weight. It's a bit like how drinks like Prime are marketed as healthy sports beverages. Yeah, it might have less sugar, but realistically it contains like millions of toxic artificial sweeteners that will corrode away your internal organs faster than bleach would. Unfortunately, America's food industry is based more around marketing and selling a product for profit than actually providing decent scran for hardworking people. And the big food companies have one big trick up their sleeve to guarantee full obedience, addiction, and maximum profit from their American customers: MSG, the mystical
MSG. I've heard about that quite a few times. Like I had periods in the past where I would like to, or where I would watch a lot of documentaries about how to eat healthy and stuff, and just about sort of general food supply. And a lot of those documentaries and movies obviously came out of the US, right? Like so much media does. And then we have MSG, which is very bad. And then we have the other one is I don't even think it's allowed in Europe. High fructose corn syrup, right? Like the stuff that in America they use it in like all the sodas because it's way cheaper, but it's also way worse for you. And it's like all of the, as far as I understand, right, all the bad food is like indirectly through the crops subsidized, and all the healthy foods are just not. So it's just a really, really bad system for health anyway. My cat is here, so please don't say any swear words. Okay, okay. I will try not to. It's very hard for me. I have to do it at a regular interval or I will explode, but I'll do my best.
white powder that, I quote, antagonizes your pancreas into pouring out more insulin, a hormone.
Antagonize. I don't know why that's funny to me. Just like, I don't know if this expression is in English, to front someone, but like to like try to provoke someone, basically, to like try to pick a fight. And that's what that sounds like MSG is trying to pick a fight with your pancreas. That image is really hilarious to me. Don't normally like mentioning politics in stream, but I think you'll find this funny. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. I just saw Wakanda and Trump, and what the fuck? Trump recently tried tariffing the fictional country of Wakanda, where Black Panther lives in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Right. Yeah, I imagine that was back when he was going crazy with the tariffs. I don't really follow the news much because it doesn't really make a difference if I do or not. But yeah, of course he did. I mean, to be fair, right? It makes sense, right? I get his line of thought because Wakanda is a really, really wealthy country, right? They have, a unique material, a unique metal that is like so sought after and so expensive. They're a hyper technological society, so of course you have to tariff them, right? I mean, it only makes sense if it existed, of course. But assuming it did, it was a good move. Well, I mean, assuming tariffs was a good idea to begin with, which I don't think it is, but under the assumption that it were, then it would be a good idea. So what I mean to say is, in line with Trump's logic, it makes sense. Doesn't check out in the real world, but then again, the rest of the policies don't either. And now we're getting political, and that's dangerous. Let's not do that. Oh, he's still going crazy with new tariffs. Damn. I thought he'd cooled off on that. But then again, he kind of does just sort of flip-flop all the time. Crazy big tariff, little tariff, no tariffs, big tariffs. It's all over the place. Didn't he say the Muslim Republic of Japan? Islamic, but just Fargo. I mean, he also made that joke about Japan and Pearl Harbor to the Prime Minister of Japan, which was just the most painful and cringy thing ever. That was rough. Oh my god. If it wasn't because there are real consequences, like it's just a clown show and it's kind of funny, but Tragically so. It was certainly a surprise, that's for sure. It was a very big surprise. It would be funny if gas wasn't 450. Yeah, yeah, it would be funny if it didn't have, worldwide consequences. But alas, it does. But what else can we do but laugh about it? That's the thing. And how did we get here? It was because I stopped because I thought it was funny that MSG antagonizes your pancreas. I still think that's funny. Anyway.
Antagonizes your pancreas into pouring out more insulin, a hormonal cascade that makes you feel hungrier. So the food many Americans think stops their hunger actually makes them more hungry, and they eat way more food than they needed. Man, you know something has to be really bad for Pakistan to ban it. I mean, at least in Pakistan they use their legs, which is something that's completely unthinkable for a lot of Americans, since half of their cities and road networks are entirely built around accessing fast food chains and making sure people get as little exercise as possible. Less than 25% of Americans walk for more than 10 minutes continuously in a typical week. And I know you America-pilled guys might see public transport as pathetic, stupid, lefty nonsense, but realistically, the 12-minute walk from your house to the train and the 13-minute walk from your train to your work, for some people, could be the difference between being able to touch your toes and being morbidly ill. Also, another thing I wanted to quickly...
What the fuck? Why did they do Markiplier like that? What the hell? Bruh. That's not okay. Just catching strays. Damn. Wow, okay.
mention is how the US uses fast food addiction to economically colonize other countries. For example, the
Like
Marshall
China.
Islands, Guam, Micronesia, just loads of the Pacific Island nations. These countries once had extremely natural diets, mainly consisting of fish, which this part of the
His hospitalization had nothing to do with living healthy. Yeah, I know. That's why. Why are they catching strays for nothing, man? That's
world is rich in. That was until America decided to nuke the fucking shit out of their waters. Hundreds of bombs were tested here by the US military despite major local protests. This left a lot of fish dead or radioactive, which as you can imagine was pretty bad for the fishing industry, leaving many Micronesians poor, vulnerable and in need of cheap food. Hey, did someone say Mickey D's? Yeehaw, did someone say God?
Okay, that is like majorly messed up. I had no idea. What? Now we have SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob is actually not a cartoon. It was just filmed at the bottom of the ocean after all the bombs. I don't know. I don't know, man. I kind of thought, I guess, that the atomic bomb testings were just done in like some remote desert or something. But of course, the American government wouldn't do that within the US itself. That would give too many problems of just, yeah, okay, wow. Now I know. You joke, but there are fan theories that SpongeBob is a fish documentary in universe. Of course there is. SpongeBob inspired by their... I mean, I've seen like both AI and non-AI, but like real life recreations of SpongeBob, and those are terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. That is like horror movie stuff right there. Someday, when the copyright ends, there are some childhoods that are going to be ruined, that's for sure.
Damn Wendy's? Hey, did someone mention some clucky looking Kentucky Fried goddamn chicken? Who ordered some Burger King? Hell yeah! This has led to this region becoming the most unhealthy, most insanely obese part of the world. Kinda reminds me a bit of how the US treated Native Americans' rations. Yeah, we know you're 100% goddamn reliant off our rations since we eradicated 100% of your goddamn stupid, healthy, natural food source. So in return, we're gonna send you just enough sugar and lard and hard liquor and gambling chips for you to stay alive. Freedom! So, anyway, I guess the moral of this story is maybe beans on toast isn't actually that bad. And don't forget, hit that link in the description to get the special discount CyberGhost VPN.
Nice video. I genuinely learned something. I did not expect that. Yeah, the more you know. Cinema. That was good. Nice one, Fargo. I've watched that 5 times. God damn. I mean, to be honest, I did kind of expect that you would have. Oh wow, it's funny every time. I mean, he goes kind of crazy with the statistics. Like there are so many statistics in that video. It's actually kind of wild. But he just like he packs in so much information and so much like reading, which I don't know why that kind of makes me sound like a Gen Zer or something. Like, ugh, I have to read in a video. I can't be bothered. But yeah, like the fast cutting and the constant shifting, and like when he had the stats on the page and then the word Y, where it was just like flashing back and forth. It's very, it's a video that's definitely made to be sort of very overstimulating for sure, but interesting nonetheless.